Crystal Palace vs Manchester City preview. Currently Crystal Palace is in 14th function in the Premier League standings with 30 points from 30 matches. In their 5 matches, Crystal Palace has had 1 win, 2 draws and 2 defeats. On the different hand, Manchester City is in 3rd location in the Premier League standings, having gained 67 fits at some point of the season. In their ultimate match, Manchester City won over Aston Villa with a landslide rating of 4-1. Head-to-head, the 16th of December 23 Manchester City vs Crystal Palace 2-2. The 12th of March 23 Crystal Palace vs Manchester City 0-1. The 27th of August 22 Manchester City vs Crystal Palace 4-2. The 15th of March 22 Crystal Palace vs Manchester City 0-0. The 30th of October 21 Manchester City vs Crystal Palace 0-2. Last 5 matches of Crystal Palace. February 24th 24 Crystal Palace vs Burnley 3-0. The 2nd of March 24 Tottenham Hotspur vs Crystal Palace 3-1. The 9th of March 24 Crystal Palace vs Luton Town 1-1. March 30th 24 Nottingham Forest vs Crystal Palace 1-1. The 3rd of April 24 Bournemouth vs Crystal Palace 1-0. Manchester City's last 5 matches. The 3rd of July 24 Manchester City vs Copenhagen 3-1. The 10th of March 24 Liverpool vs Manchester City 1-1. March 17th 24 Manchester City vs Newcastle United 2-0. March 31st 24 Manchester City vs Arsenal 0-0. The 4th of April 24 Manchester City vs Aston Villa 4-1. Crystal Palace prediction lineup: Henderson, Ward, Anderson, Lerma, Munoz, Wharton, Hughes, Mitchell, Ayew, Mateta, Ez. Manchester City prediction lineup: Ortega, Lewis, Akanji, Diaz, Jadil, Rodri, Bernardo, De Bruyne, Foden, Doku, Haaland. Crystal Palace vs Manchester City prediction. Since victory against Burnley in his first sport as manager, new Crystal Palace boss Oliver Glasner is now 4 video games beside a win. The Eagles had been narrowly overwhelmed by using Bournemouth on Tuesday night, and sit down 14th heading into game week 32. Manchester City kept the strain on Arsenal and Liverpool with a resounding 4-1 win against Aston Villa on Wednesday evening. A hat-trick from Phil Foden intended Pep Guardiola should get away with resting both Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne.